start. All right, so this is the first class. Okay. And today we are discussing on introduction to test automation with Java and Selenium. I believe you can see my screen. Can you see my screen? Can you see
Yes, I can see
automated
it.
software testing?
Yes, I can see it.
All right, great. Okay, so automated software testing. I'm trying to read forward.
Okay, so someone is asking if the class is 9 notes. Okay, you're responding already. Because that thing you actually confused me. One of the meeting links you sent, you put 10 a.m.
Oh, okay. I thought I cancelled that out. So the thing is, the time zone on in Australia is different from the time zone in Nigeria. We are 1 hour ahead, right?
Okay.
So I guess the time zone that was reflecting on my calendar was Nigeria before. So I had to like cancel it out because I was even using a wrong email to set up the meeting. So then I created another one. Okay. Uh Hello, Madam Tokpe. Sorry, so
Morning.
sorry. I made a mistake when I was sending out the invite yesterday. I think the confusion is from the time zone.
Oh, okay. Because that 10 a.m. was even cancelled. The 9 a.m.
Yes,
rather
I
was
cancelled
cancelled.
it. I thought it was totally cancelled, but I think it was reflecting 10 in your own side. But then, this place is 1 hour ahead of Nigeria, so it's kind
Okay,
of.
that's
Mm,
okay. That's okay. Thank you. Morning, everyone.
good
Good
morning.
morning.
All right, so I was asking that, okay, your computer system, is it Windows or Mac? Your OS
Mine is Windows.
is Windows. Okay. Everybody's Windows, yeah. I hope I'll be able to do justice to Windows. Anyway, it's just the setup that has that it's from the setup that we have the differences, yeah. I'll try to make it easier for Windows. I'm using Mac here. Alright. So today we are, I think there are two more people that should join. I hope they are not confusing the time too. Hopefully they get this mail. Hopefully. We'll start. Okay, so from tomorrow I know everyone will be able to like sync in.
Sorry, can we record this session, please?
Yeah, we are recording it. It's being
Okay, cool.
recorded.
Thank you.
Alright. Okay, so we are starting off now. So automated software testing. So this is just beginner class, and we are treating just beginner phase of Java with Selenium. Right. So we said why automated testing. So this thing is not, we are not trying to like eradicate or put an end to manual testing, because there is no way you are doing automated testing without having a very good knowledge and practical hands-on on manual testing, right? So even in some companies, they do it, they combine the roles of manual and automation, although we have those that separate them, right? So some separate their automation teams to work horizontally with the manual testers, while some combine the roles and call it QA engineer role. I don't know if you've come across QA engineer. It's a QA software QA engineer. You're combining the role of manual and automation. But then we also have test automation role that in that role you're only focused on automating the already written manual test cases. All you are doing is to automate it, and manual testing, functional testing is really none of your concerns, right? And there's also SDET, that's software engineering in test. Software engineering in test is basically concerned with just scripting. So all you do is to how the test cases were written, why it was written is really not none of their business. So all they do is to write codes, and they don't only write automated test codes. They also write codes for software development. They are into writing backend codes, API codes, and all of that. So that is software developer in test. But then when you say in test, their specialization is to ensure that the test that is written is executed without any problem, and it is optimized, right? So they basically have knowledge and expertise in a lot of other areas. So when you are now looking at these levels, from manual functional rules to test automation rules, and then to SDETs, you see that they are all in levels, right? So you don't just carry the name I'm an SDET without having the necessary knowledge or the necessary hands-on knowledge that you need to have in those areas. All right. So for this class, we will not be we will not be making use of tools to execute our tests. Those kind of tools, where you just do click and play, plug and play. You open a tool like Catalan, and then you enter the URL and you ask it to run through your test. No, we will not be working on any of that. So what we'll be doing is we'll be scripting in Java using Java, right? And then we'll make use of some frameworks in TDD test. When we get there, you will understand in test development, test driven development, right, is a kind of model and a kind of way you develop your framework in test automation. So talking about framework, we'll also deal with that. All right. So we said, why automated testing? Automated testing is a type of software. I believe you know what this is, but just to refresh our memory, the essence of carrying out an automated test is to improve the time and the efficiency of a regression test, right? So normally when you're doing regression tests, it takes time. So what we are doing is to make it faster, close the gap, so that we can go to market, right? So it is difficult to test for multilingual. We also know that there are some applications that are sort of complicated, and like multilingual sites and all of that. So test automation is software testing. Test automation in software testing does not require human intervention. You can run automated tests unattended. Yes, that is true. So test automation increases the speed of test execution. Automation helps increase test coverage. The manual testing can become boring and prone to error, right? So effectiveness, efficiency, speed, all right? So those are the things you're looking at, and this is why you are carrying out your automated testing. All right. So moving on. So what we are now trying to say is that Manual testing will be carried out on a software application, on an application under test, alright, and automated testing will also be carried out for the regression aspect of it, meaning that none of these two is negligible, right? They are independent on their own, alright. One cannot be used to replace the other. That is the explanation there. Alright, so as a software automation tester, this is how you work. Your screen, your laptop, your iPad, your everything, the code is there, the test case is here, and all of that. Let's continue. So what should be automated? We said it's high risk, critical test cases, repeated test cases, tedious test cases, time consuming test cases, and test cases that are newly okay, so we said the following category of test cases are not suitable for automation. Those ones that are newly designed are not executed manually, so you need to by now have tested it manually to be sure before you now start automating, right? So test cases for which the requirements are frequently changing, and test cases that are executed on adults. So what we are now saying is that your application on that test has to be stable before you say you want to automate them, right? Okay, so how to automate, right? So these are the steps. You select a tool, you define the automation scope, you plan, design, and develop. In designing of your test cases, you include your test steps in the test cases. This is very important. You want to automate your test steps, has to be there. So we have test execution. Test execution has to deal with scripting your writing the codes, all right? So you start writing your frameworks and you start iterating through it, that is, you start executing them. Where anywhere there is an hitch or there's a difficulty or a bug, then you debug. All right, so we also have the maintenance phase where you maximize or optimize your code. All right, so I said read up on automation tools and frameworks, because there are different automation tools and frameworks. One is Selenium. You also know there are others like Cypress, like what other ones? So there are many others. Let me just leave that to you. The Selenium is an open source automation testing tool. That is, it is available to the community. Is used exclusively for web-based applications. You can work on multiple operating systems using Selenium. All right, so I hope we have internet access. All right, so you can go to this site, open http seleniumhq.org. You will see more of Selenium there. Let me continue the intro. So we said Selenium is supported by Windows, by Linux, Solaris, all this kind of OS, and it also supports Java, C#, Ruby, Python, PHP, and PHP, meaning that you can combine your Selenium with C#, you can combine it with Python, Ruby, and all of that. So, but in this class, we're focusing on Java. Okay, so Selenium browser supports Internet Explorer, Firefox, Chrome, and Safari. All right. Now, there is Selenium and there's WebDriver. So, and there are different kind of Selenium WebDriver. There is standalone, there is RC, and so on. But in this class, we'll be focusing on the Selenium WebDriver. All right. So this is how the Selenium architecture looks like. So we have the Selenium client library on your system. All right, so this one here, you download it. So let's see, I can go to where this is available. Selenium, hope you can still see my system. Selenium client. so this is here. Okay, so like I said, this is where it all starts from, your Selenium client, right, and WebDriver bindings. So you see that this Selenium is available, this Selenium client is available in C#, in Ruby, in Java, JavaScript, and Python. So this is the one you're going to download for this class, right? So you download the Java client. Are you there? Let's go to this site and download. So we are downloading for Java. We are downloading for Java.
I can't see the site clearly. Can you send it?
Okay. Let me go back. So Selenium downloads. I will copy it and paste it here. Okay, Aridunu, you want to say something?
Yes. So I wanted to ask that is there a way we can check if we already have it installed on our system first?
Okay, I think you can check that from your IDE. You know what your IDE is? Your development environment. Do you have IntelliJ or Eclipse installed on your system?
Yes, I have Eclipse already. I have it.
Okay, so however, we are not using Eclipse in this class. We'll be making use of IntelliJ. Eclipse has a lot of shortcuts and it ensures that people don't really understand automation. If you use Eclipse, you might not really understand it as you should. So we advise you not to make use of it. So we'll be making use of IntelliJ, right? So if you can check it on Eclipse, you check if you have the Selenium Java. Okay, so the last time you used Eclipse, was it Selenium Java that you run with it? Was it Java?
Yes, it was
Okay,
Java.
so you probably have Java installed on your Windows already.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so that's fine. That's fine. So, but for the rest of us, let's see if we can download this Selenium WebDriver, right? Selenium WebDriver client. Sorry, Selenium WebDriver client for Java, right? Okay, let's continue. I need to minimize this. Okay, so this is how the architecture works. We have the Selenium client library, right, that makes use of JSON over HTTP. You know what HTTP is your hypertext protocol, and that is what drives usually your web pages, right? So it makes use of JSON, all right, and then goes straight towards the browser drivers. So Selenium has browser drivers. It can be Chrome, it can be Firefox, it can be, so depending on how you set the property on your code, in your code. So if you are making use of Chrome WebDriver, for example, then you have probably Python or Java. Let's just use Java since it is Java we are making use of. Then you probably have Java library installed. If you have Selenium client library installed, then it drives the JSON over HTTP, and it will also drive your browser driver, which is like your Chrome driver. So by the way, it can only drive a browser driver one at a time. You can ask it to run two drivers at a time. All right, so it can only run one at a time. So unless you want to include something like an if statement. When we get there, you understand. You include something like an if statement to, okay, if Chrome is available, use it. Else, if it is not available, use Firefox. Okay, so if Firefox is not available, use Edge. There is a way you can also write your code in such way, such that it can pick a driver at a time. All right. Now, there is the browser driver and there is the browser. Now, the browser driver that you are going to download on your system has to be compatible with the browser that exists on your system. The browser that exists on your system, if it is Chrome, let me show you. So yeah, come and see download Chrome driver. So in Chrome we call it Chrome driver. For Firefox we call it Gecko driver. So I say download Chrome driver. This is it. The reason I'm searching web is so that if you are not able to set it up here and you get home, you can easily search it yourself and do it. So this is so all we are doing today is just set up and have a brief intro into Java. Alright, so these are the versions of the current release. We have Chrome driver 114 with different stuff. So this is Chrome driver. This version of Chrome driver, which is like your browser driver, has to be compatible. That's why you see HTTP over HTTP server. It has to be compatible with the version of your Chrome. If you come to settings, do you see what I did just now? I went to settings in my Chrome and then I click on about Chrome. If you click on about Chrome, you will see the version of the Chrome you are using. So this Chrome here is using Chrome 116 version 116. All right, so this version right now I'm not sure it's available here. So you can see it here. So if you are using Chrome version 115 or newer, please consult the Chrome version for testing. I think they are still working on it. That's why it is still in testing. All right. Okay, so we have Chrome for testing availability. Can you see? Now, if I want to download one for my version here, which is like 116.0.5845, looks like this one, right? Let's see the last figure. The last figure says .140. So 140 is still upcoming. That is why in this class I'm not going to be making use of Chrome. I'm going to be making use of Firefox. All right, so that you understand why people use which browsers to run applications. Right now my Chrome driver is like using the latest Chrome release. Is using 116.114.140. So but the Chrome driver available for this Chrome browser is still in development. All right, so it cannot be used. If I go ahead and download this version, it might not run with my application. Actually, it will not run with my application. All right, so you have to use the exact version of your browser. So this is your browser on your system. This is the web browser, with the WebDriver that you are downloading from Selenium. So we have the Chrome driver for Chrome. We have Gecko driver for Mozilla. All right. Then what is the name for? I don't really use Edge, and I think this is Windows, right? This is Edge, and this is Microsoft. Is this Microsoft Windows? Yeah, I think so. All right, so these major ones are really very important when you automate them. That's your Chrome and your Firefox. All right, so let me show you Firefox, how you download Firefox. So this is where you download your Chrome. This is it, Chrome driver. If you are having any of these versions, you can download them already. But if your version is like my own, all right, and if it falls here, then you can download this. Otherwise, let's go to Firefox. So we say download Gecko driver. All right, so this Gecko driver here is found on GitHub, all the versions. So we have Gecko driver for Mac, we have for Linux, we have for Windows. So since you are using Windows, I hope you know the version of Windows you are using. There is Windows 32, there is Windows 64, right? There is also the Windows Archive 64. All right, so let's Windows ARM. Yes, Windows ARM architecture 64. All right, so these are all the different versions for Windows. So you go ahead and download one. On my hand, I'm using Mac, so I will kind of download let me see, this is my own. My own is a Mac. Mine is Mac architecture 64, right? Mac architecture 64. I can download it. So once you download it, that's it. All right, so that makes two
Sorry,
things.
yes. Sorry to cut you. Sorry.
Okay.
I had a little bit of network connection issue, so I didn't get how to know the exact Chrome driver to download for your Chrome browser. I don't know that. Can you
Okay,
explain?
so I explained that your Chrome driver has to have the same version as your Chrome web browser on your system. So how do you know the version of your Chrome web browser on your system? You go to this kind of dots, three dots menu on your browser, click on it, click on settings, then click on about. So it is here. So you click on it, you click on settings, and then you click on about Chrome. This will bring out the version of the Chrome you are currently using. So the version of the Chrome you are currently using is this here. Now you will check this number against the versions of Chrome driver, right? So you come here and check the versions of Chrome driver that you see. It has to be exactly the same version number. All right, for your application to work very well, for your codes to run effectively on the Chrome browser, then it has to be the same version. That is what we mean by HTTP over HTTP server, right, in the Selenium WebDriver architecture. So what we are saying is you download your Chrome driver from this site, and if perhaps your Chrome is the version for your Chrome, if it is not in any of this, that is if it is 1.15 or newer, then you go to this link here. This link here is the one here. All right, so we are saying that you come to this page and you check for the version of your Chrome driver. If it is stable, you download it. Stable means that though it is still being tested, but it is stable. Everything you see on this page is still being tested. So they test it before releasing it. Alright, though it is open source, but some people, sit down with it and test it. Okay, so what we are saying is the version for my own system right now, for my own browser right now, is 116.this.140. Now, if I come here, you discover that this is the version 116.this.140. And you can see that it is not stable. It is still upcoming, meaning that I can't use it. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. All right. So, meaning that I can't use it. You can only use it when it is stable. So you for example, if this is my version, I'll just click here and then it will bring me to all the kind of OS it has, and I will click the one for my OS, Windows 32 or Windows 64 or something. All right, then so this is it. So these are all the URLs. So I can do this if I'm using Windows 64, and if this is my version, then I will come here and download it. Can you see it is downloading already? Okay, so what I've been trying to explain is that there are two things now to note in this architecture. You note the Selenium client library, which I showed us earlier, and you note the web drivers. This is Selenium client library, this is the web drivers. And you also note the kind of browser or the version of browser that is on your system, that is on your OS. All right? Do we understand? Can I move on? Is that clear, Busola?
Okay, so yes, it's clear.
Okay.
Although for my browser, I'm not seeing it on that page, so it means that I won't be able to use Chrome.
Okay. So what of Firefox? Have you been able to download the Gecko driver?
No, no.
Okay,
I don't
so
know what to do.
try to
To
see if you
download, how do I
can.
download it?
Okay. So I think I went to the URL the other time. Okay, so this is the Gecko driver. Okay. This is Chrome driver. All right. Now, I mentioned the other time that we'll be making use of IntelliJ. Let's just download everything together now. So, download IntelliJ. If you have it already, you will not need to download it. Okay. So, you check for... Okay, so it will immediately... What this one does, please download the free one. Oh, this one is asking for 30 days free. Download the free one. I think there are free ones now. What I'm using right now is free. Let me see. IntelliJ, download IntelliJ community. Okay. Okay. This is it. This is it. Yeah. Free built open source. So this IntelliJ.
Sorry, please, can you drop this link, please?
Okay. Let me make this one. Okay, this one is Mac. So what IntelliJ does is it will automatically detect your OS. So once it detects your OS, it will show you Windows. If you are using Windows, then it will show you they show you Windows if you are using Windows. Yeah, Michael, you have something to say. It will show you Windows if you are using Windows, then it will show you Mac if you are using Mac. Alright. So that is IntelliJ. So that is IntelliJ.
Sorry, have you dropped the link for the IntelliJ?
Yes, I dropped it. Okay, yeah, that's it. IntelliJ. Let me pick an exact link for you. That should be this. Okay, I think it's exact. It's because it is picking. Okay, this is Windows. It's picking. It's picking the OS. Okay. Okay. So that is that. Okay, so we'll continue. So once you download your Selenium client, your WebDriver, which is like your Chrome driver or Gecko driver, then you go ahead and download your IDE. So what you are downloading now, your IntelliJ, is your IDE, Integrated Development Environment. So it's an environment for writing your code, right, and setting up your framework. So you download it. Now the next thing will be to download Java. All right. So the next thing now, let's go to our browser again. So my PowerPoint is not robust yet, like I said earlier. I'm still developing my curriculum. Okay, so say download Java. Okay, so now this is tricky. There are different versions of Java, but we are going to use a lower version. Now we have Java 18 now, Java 17, but we also have Java 8, Java 11. All right. So I've been using Java 8, Java 11. All right, which I will also be using for this class. The reason is because 17 and 18 are not really stable per se, right? And it might be a little bit difficult to grasp for now since we are just beginning. So, and also its setup and some other things, all right? So we'll download, but the most important, in fact, no matter the version you download right now, we will still have to go back. There's a setting in IntelliJ where you can actually pick different versions of Java SDK, I mean Java JDK to use. All right, JDK is saying Java Development Kit. All right, it has all the development libraries for Java. That's why it is called Java JDK. Accept all. This is not the page. Okay, this is it. Okay, if I just go ahead and do this, it will download the latest one for me. I don't want to download the latest one. I want to download Java JDK. Okay, can you see? So there's JDK 8, there's 11, there's 17, there's different versions. So let's go ahead and download Java JDK 8. No, let's say 11. I think 11 will be better. For Windows, Java JDK for Windows. Another thing when it comes to automating and coding is knowing the right words to use to search. Because when you start writing codes and you fall into issues and you're trying to resolve bugs and all of that, some people have encountered those kind of problems before. You must be able to know how to search and get those solutions, right? Okay, so we have download Java JDK 11 for Windows. Okay, so I can download it from Oracle. Okay.
All right, please drop the link, please.
I will. Okay, so this is so you can see it's giving different OS. So this is Windows, for example. Let me give you the link. So you go ahead and download the one for Windows. Okay. So you go ahead and download the one for Windows and install. So once you install, the next thing will be for us to start setting your Windows path. It has to be on a path. The reason it has to be on a path is because it is an OS. You are running whatever application you are running is running on an operating system, and if the application does not recognize your operating system, it will not drive anything. So you setting the path is saying you are recognizing that Java is on this operating system. Okay, so I'll give us like 3 minutes to conclude all the downloads and installations, and then we can go ahead and set Java path on Windows.
All right, please. So please for the Java, I'm seeing two windows here. Windows times 64 installer and then Windows times 64 compressed archive. So I don't know which one to download.
Okay, let me see what you're saying. Okay, so there's Windows 64 installer. Installer is saying you can install it directly. Yeah, that is .exe. You can execute this application directly once you open it. Then this one is saying that it has been encrypted or zipped up. So you need to like open the zip before you install. But I think you should just install this exe. Exe will install it immediately.
Sorry, the one we're installing now is the 11.0.19, right?
Yes, you're installing 11. You're installing 11. And you can install any of the 11 though. 11 is kind of stable. There are a lot of 11s here. Okay.
Sorry to take you back. For
Okay.
the Gecko driver, that does that mean that you have to download Firefox browser if you don't have
Yes,
it?
it means you need to download the Firefox browser. Firefox doesn't have issues with versions, so it's automatically will grab the version of your Firefox, because Firefox is always updating itself. So just download Firefox and then download the Gecko driver.
So you can download any Gecko driver, any of the drivers,
It
or
will
you have
give
to check the particular
the
one.
Gecko driver is already like is like automatic. I showed you where you download it from. Let me see. Okay, so this is it here. There are no variant versions. It is on like Chrome. Look at it. Gecko. There's just one version. There's Windows 64, just one version. You see, everything is having the same versions all through. It's kind of more stable than Chrome driver. So most of the time, I even prefer using Gecko driver. But some applications you still have to test with Chrome, right? So
Hello, sorry. Is there any reason why we're using this particular version of Java? Because
okay,
for me, because I also have some other applications that I run,
okay.
which
It will
want
not
to take.
affect other versions of Java in your system. That's why we are making use of IntelliJ. So IntelliJ will
Okay,
enable you to use any version of JDK that you want to use.
okay. I have version 1.8.065. I hope this can also work with IntelliJ,
It will work
because
with
this version that I have, it will work, right?
it will work. Can you go to your command line and type
Yes,
in Java
Java
version
magic version. Yes, that's where I'm reading from. So my version
okay
is 1.8.065.
1.0. Okay, Do me a favor, help us install this version 11 here. Then we'll go to IntelliJ by the time. Okay, have you downloaded your IntelliJ?
No, I haven't. So my fear is, as I said, I have some other applications that I run on my laptop.
Okay.
If I use another version of Java, those applications will not open. They use
Um,
this version of Java. That's why I'm asking that.
it will not
Since
affect it, except you change your system path to this version now that you are installing.
okay, that is when it will
That
affect
is when it
other.
will affect it. So the reason we are installing this version now is so that when you go to your IntelliJ, you can pick this version from it.
So meaning I can always, change my environment variable to whatever
Yes,
version of Java.
yes, you can
Okay,
change it, you can pick it
okay, that's
anyhow
fine.
you like on IntelliJ.
Okay, so my question is, for this IntelliJ
Okay.
version that the link you sent, I think it has 30 days free trial. So what happens after
Oh, no,
30
no, no, no.
days?
I told you, don't download the free trial. Look at it. There's the community version. Look at it here. If you scroll down, you will see IntelliJ Idea Community Edition. Free, built open source.
Okay, sorry, I missed it.
Yes,
All right, thank
download
you.
this community edition. All right. Okay. So Tokwe, so what will happen with your cases since you have Java on your own part? We will not have to change your own part anymore. We won't have to set any own part for you, so that it doesn't get to affect other applications on your system. For everyone that already have Java own part done, you might not need to like set any own part again. So this own part is for those that do not have any Java at all on their system. So if you are freshly installed Java, then it means you have to set your environment variable. Okay, so we'll move on. So this is how you do it. If you are whatever versions of Windows that is on your system, you search for environment variables. So search for environment variables. Once you search for it, it will pop up like a box. Then you go to edit system environment variables, and then you click on environment variables, click on new. So in the variable field, don't enter number 2 because it is not GRA that you downloaded. You actually downloaded JDK. So make use of Java on. So you write it exactly as you see it here, Java underscore home. Then you click OK. By the way, this is the directory. You have to enter this as the path. All right, this is the path you enter, and this is the variable name. So the path you enter by default goes to your program files, Java, and then the Java JDK version. Right, it automatically goes to this. Are we getting this part? Is there any problem with this part? Okay, talk about you're saying something.
Yes, I wanted to find out. Can you run two different IDs?
Can we run through different?
Two different IDs.
Yes, it's very possible. Yes, you can. But it will not mean at the same time you have to run one application and then close it, then you run the other application. It will not be like at the same time. It can be opened at the same time. You can make use of the IDEs to code, alright? But when one is running, the other will wait. When one program is running, the other will wait. Otherwise, your OS might crash. So
Okay.
your OS has some capabilities. If it is not, if it doesn't have the kind of RAM or what's the name,
So, okay,
or the
sorry to
cores, the
bother
processor.
you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, I'm trying to download the Java. Then we talked about the Java 11.019.
Okay.
So, when I try to download it, it takes me to another page and telling me Oracle account sign in.
Um, you are trying to do JDK this page, right? So if you are on
Yes.
this page, if you are on this page, you go straight here and you download. Then it will
Yeah,
say you mark this and then you download. And
that's what I
that's it.
did. It took me to this page exactly.
Okay, you need an account. You have to sign up. Oh, I skipped that. Probably because I have an account with them. So you sign up and then you sign in, right? I will give you time. Quickly do that. Sign up, sign in, then go back to our link and click from there. Yes. Sign up, then sign in back, then go back to our link, then you click it from there. Some people are not talking. No, Michael, is Michael there? Uh, Hello, Michael.
Hello, ma. Can you hear me, ma?
I can hear you now. So, what out of your installations are you okay with them?
I'm not even. I'm not participating fully. That's why I asked the question on the group chat if there's a recorded version of this class, because I'm presently in my cousin's. In fact, I didn't know the time was. I didn't check it until this morning.
Oh,
So I'm with
okay.
my cousin and he's having his wedding just now. So I had to leave there to just be in this class. So that's why I was asking if there will be a recorded version where I'm going to sit down and go through the class later
Okay.
on. Then
There will be
maybe I'm
recorded
going to send my.
version.
Hello, can you hear me, ma?
It's been recorded.
Okay, okay, okay. But
Hmm.
I'm still following. It's just that I'm not active.
All right.
Okay, ma.
Okay. Okay. So while we wait for you, Busola, we will continue with our introductions, right? We have just like how many slides left? Two before we jump into Java. All right. So that we can cover for today and then tomorrow is still there. If we are not careful, we won't be able to cover up for this class. Okay, so we have installation of Java IntelliJ Selenium driver. I think we have downloaded all of this. I think we have done that. Okay. So we have rigorous testing of components and systems, and their documentation can reduce the risk of failure occurring during operations or use. When defects are detected and subsequently fixed, this contributes to the quality of the components or systems. Having testers involved in requirement reviews or user story refinement could detect defects in these work products. Having testers work closely. Oh, 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 oh. Do you know what happened? Just forget this. This slide was not well edited. This is not the content of this page. So sorry about that. I was reading it and I was wondering what did I write? No, it was late at night. I was sleeping when I was doing this thing. Okay, so let's just leave this part. So what this part is saying is that by now you must have downloaded your WebDriver, your Java JDK, your IntelliJ, right? Now, I think the next thing is to set up this in our IDE, right? Okay, so the next thing is to just run something simple. We've not started, but we just want to make sure that we have everything set up, right? So we will wait for all of us. 5 more minutes. I'll give us 5 more minutes. No, 3 more minutes to conclude what we're doing, so that we have less than an hour to go.
So, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Sorry, I lost connection. So you were trying to tell me it's possible for me to run both
Both
Eclipse.
versions of Java, yes.
Yeah.
You can run both versions of Java on your system. It's possible to run a version on an IDE and another version on another IDE. In fact, in the same IDE, it's possible to run two different versions. You just need to go to your setting and set the JDK there. But for you to set it, you have to download it, and it has to be available in your system files. Um, I will show you something on my IntelliJ when we start. So I think I have two different versions of Java JDK on my IntelliJ. So I go there and change it depending on the project. But on my system parts, I have the JDK 17 there. But on my project in IntelliJ, I'm using 11. So it's very possible.
Okay, so I think the question is, can I run two different IDs?
Okay, yeah. You can run two different IDs, but it has to be like one has to finish running before you run the other one. Otherwise, you might crash your OS. I
Okay,
think that
let
depends
me
on your
for
OS.
me to better understand what you're saying. So I have I'm trying to automate my APIs.
Okay.
I'm using Eclipse,
Eclipse.
right? Yes.
Okay.
Now I want to also do web automation, and I want to use IntelliJ. So is that possible on the same laptop?
It's possible.
Okay.
It's possible. All right. So we have like 2 minutes. 2 minutes left to be done with setting up.
Okay, so for this, for this our IntelliJ,
Okay.
which of the settings do we check? So while you're installing now, there's this
I will show you.
installation option. Oh, okay.
I'll show you when we get there.
Hi, are we doing? Hello?
Please.
Yes. So have you been able to sign into Oracle? Because I've created an account and I'm trying to sign in. Just telling me
It
signing
just
in, please
says,
wait. And I'm
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's where we are. Maybe there's something wrong with the server. So mine too. I was going to say that just now. So
Okay.
I already had an account, but I'm trying to sign in as well. So it's just saying sign in, please wait.
Oh, okay. So let me see if I can do something from my hand. Um, so you were not able to sign in, right?
yeah.
Yes.
Do I have? I should be able to sign in here.
Also, for the Gecko driver, I'm seeing Win 32 and Win 64. I don't know
Okay.
the exact one.
That's your OS. Check your OS if you are 64 or 32. Go to your
Okay, how do
system
I check my
information
OS?
to check.
Please, how do I check the OS? Sorry.
Search for system information from your Windows search bar. Okay. Okay. It looks like you can download it from another site. Although Oracle is more authentic, but if we can download so that won't be delaying. So I will give us another URL. Then you can download it from there. Okay, I can see Java 8 here. Open JDK. I don't want to open JDK. Okay. Let's see if you can download it from this URL here. Try to download it from that URL. There is Windows. There is Windows. That's something. Just close it if you see any advert. Then okay. Okay, I think it has downloaded. Let me even see if I can, if it's something I can send to you. Okay. Oh, Okay, it won't work that way. Let me add it to a drive. Then send it. Where is the JDK? Okay, it's the same thing. Okay, so that's the JDK I downloaded just now. You can download it from that link. Okay, so that's it. All right, so we can move on. So once you install it like that, I think Aridunu said she has Java installed on her system already. So I think it's just Busola that it's left now for this. So Busola,
Yes, I've downloaded it.
okay, you've installed it, so try to install.
Let me install.
Okay, let's continue. So what you will do, Busola, is you go to that your Windows search for environment variables. So it will come out, you click on it, then you select edit system environment variables. So from edit system environment variable, you copy the part where your Java has been installed, where your JDK has been installed. Yeah, how do you search for that? I think you go to program files. If you go to programs files, you go to Java, you will see it. So copy that part. This part is not the same as your part because this version here is 17. So yours is going to carry the version that you installed. So you copy your program, your system part, then you place it there, put it there, and then name it Java underscore home. Variable name Java underscore home. And then you apply changes. In case this does not work out for you, then we might have you follow another process here. So how to set up Java parts in Windows. Okay, so this looks pretty straightforward. So this even have images. So this is it here. Step 1 says in your search box type advanced system setting, select advanced tab, click on you know I'm very sure you must have seen this now. Click on environment variables, then here come here and type in your environment, environment variable name, which is Java underscore home. Then variable value, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. See, this version is 1.8.0, so it has to carry the version you have installed, and it has to be there, not just you putting it there. So you can go to program files to confirm if your JDK is there. Click on OK, and then on that part here you will see it. Click on OK also,
Okay, so
right?
hold on, please. When I search for edit environment variables, right,
Yes.
it gives me a page pops up and it shows system properties. That's what I see.
Okay.
So I don't know where I'll see that other variable that you're talking about.
Search for environment variable instead. Environment variables. What does it bring out?
Environment variable.
Can you see edit system environment variables?
Yes.
Yeah, click on it.
Yeah, so it still brings that page of system properties. So I can see computer name, hardware, advanced, system protection, and remote.
Can you share your screen? Let's
Okay.
quickly be done with this.
Okay, please let me know when you can see my screen.
We can't see it yet.
How about now?
Okay, I think it's coming up. All right,
Okay,
so this is what advanced. Click
this is
on
what I see.
advanced,
Okay,
then click on settings. I mean, no, on environment variables down. You can see environment variables down.
okay,
Okay, so you come to part down where there is system variables. The other box
okay,
down, click on it, then
okay,
click on edit.
okay.
Okay, so now you click on add. Sorry,
Add.
new.
Mm,
Click on new. Then
okay.
enter the path. That is that URL where your JDK has been installed.
URL.
Hmm.
How do I get that?
Click on that folder. no folder. Yes, click on it. Go to local disk C.
Okay.
Go to program files. Program files.
Okay.
This is Java. Click on Java,
Okay.
and then click on this. Now, come to the upper bar here, where you see PC. Yeah, click on it from. No, not that. Click on the last arrow here. The last arrow where JDK 11 is. Last arrow up.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
not the arrow. Just extend your cursor and click on it. Select all. That's what I mean. Click on it. Click. Yeah, that's it. Now copy. Copy. Control C. Or yeah, or Windows C. Control C. Okay. Yeah, so that's it. Okay. Okay. Now okay. Now okay. Alright, wait. Now go to your command line and your command
Command
line.
line.
Yes. CMD. Type CMD in that search bar.
Okay.
Open it. And type Java space dash version. Dash version. Enter. So that's it. You have your Java version installed. I think we can end from here and move on. Right? Ari, do you know, have you been able to solve this?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, great. Let's move on. Okay, you can stop sharing now. So this is to confirm. So you can now like open your IntelliJ. Let's all open our IntelliJ so we can start. Um, okay. Okay, so we are done with this part. So by now we are done with installation of Java IntelliJ, Selenium WebDriver, client, Selenium WebDriver, um, client, and WebDriver, client and WebDriver download. Alright, so we can move on to creating a project. So we're not like we are doing any big project right now. We just want to see if everything we have installed is okay. All right. So go to your IntelliJ. I have to share that now. I'll share my IntelliJ. Okay. IntelliJ. Okay. Okay. So what you will do for me? So you can see my screen here, can you?
Sure, we
Can
can
you see
see
my
it.
screen? So what you will do is you open your IntelliJ and you click on files. From files, you click on new and then you move on to open new project.
Sorry. Sorry to cut you. That's why I was asking the other time that, when you want to install it, it has some installation options, right?
Okay.
I don't know if I should do a screen shot and put it
Okay,
on.
let me see.
Okay, or maybe I should just share my screen.
Okay, share your screen. Let's see what's going on.
Okay, okay,
Okay, so have you been able to do that?
no, 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 no. I want to share my screen.
Okay,
Can you see my screen now?
not yet.
How about now?
No, not yet. Okay, we can see it now.
Okay, so this is what I was trying to say. When you are trying to initiate the
We can't
installation,
see the IntelliJ yet, though.
I don't know. So because okay, let me try to share it again. I don't know why it's not allowing me share my entire screen. So I don't know. Maybe I should just check. So where you try to initiate the installation,
Hmm.
or maybe I should direct my question to Yewa there as well. You have installation options where it says that create desktop shortcuts. Do you want to check that box? Update context menu. That means, do you want to add open folder as project or something? There's a box there to check. Then create associations where you have a box for .java, you have .cradu, .groovy, .kt. So I'm just saying that which of them should we initiate before you continue the installation?
You wonder, did you have any issue like that?
No, no, I didn't have that.
So you just installed it straight off.
Yes.
So you opened, is your IntelliJ currently opened?
I'm still trying to install, it's installing currently.
It's installing currently. Okay, so you could have installed with default settings. I think that option that you are mentioning, Aridono, has to do with customized setting.
Okay, okay. Let me just continue.
So majorly the project we'll be doing here will be Maven project in case you see any option like that.
Okay. There's one like that. So, Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Hopefully you get that result. Um, just need to explain one or two things on IntelliJ. Okay, so I discovered the screen I was sharing does not have our recording. What's the name on it? So um, I will probably move it to this screen so that it will also be recorded. Okay, okay, so that is it. It's moved there. Let me bring it down a little. Okay. Okay, so fine. This is how a normal interface of an IntelliJ looks like. If you are working on a project.
Can you share your screen, please?
Yes, I'm sharing it. Oh, really?
No,
So I
I
cannot
don't think
share.
so.
You're right. Okay.
Okay.
So this is how I'm sharing it now. So this is how a normal interface looks like, right? And this is how the working directory looks like. Okay. Now, if you want to create a new project, which I will do now, you go to your files and then you click on new project, and then you click on project. Now new projects, you have to supply a name, right? You then select location. All right.
Your screen is actually changing, or is this my internet?
Is it changing?
No, it's not changing here. It's
Okay.
probably the internet, I guess.
Okay, maybe you can like leave and join again. Might be the network. So can you all see this new project interface?
I don't know if there's a way you can zoom your screen a bit. So
Okay,
tiny.
zoom
No, I
in
can't.
large.
I
Because
can't
I'm using a big
zoom.
screen here to present. Okay.
It's really tiny.
Yes, it's really tiny, yes.
Wow.
So you're reducing it.
I'm increasing it.
Okay, so for me, I've installed my IntelliJ, but it's not bringing out this screen that you're displaying to us. I don't know why.
So I'm trying to let you know because this is not just installed. This is okay. You know what? Let me just launch it. Let me close all of this and launch it. Okay. So this is my IntelliJ. It's opening in another. Let me close it again because I'm trying to use two screens. I'm extending my normal laptop to a screen here so that it will be easy for. Okay. Now share share. Which one am I sharing? Okay. Entire screen two.
You're not sharing again. Okay, it's coming
Yes.
up.
Okay, so I will try to launch my IntelliJ from the very beginning. Okay, so now this is my IntelliJ from the very beginning. So I will If you have any project that you have done, it's going to display here. Then you create a new project, and then you come here and type in the project you are creating. By the way, we are not creating just a Java project, it's going to be Maven. So, of course, Maven is selected here. I don't want you to generate um what's the name, POM stuff for us. We will do it ourselves. That's just what I'm trying to say. Architects, whatever, whatever. I will have picked it here, but I don't want you to generate anything. So we are setting it up from the scratch. So we have the name of your project, which you can
Sorry, this is
title
really is really tiny. I don't know. Is there a way you can make it bigger?
bigger.
So the trick I did now is that you can actually zoom out
Screen,
your
have you?
meeting screen. Yes.
Ah,
So that way
because
it will
right now I'm
actually.
using like Bisola, you know those kind of screen, those big screens at MTN, those curvy ones. That's what I'm using right now. So it's big, but I don't know
So she might
why
not be able to actually
the.
zoom out
Oh,
or zoom in.
okay.
So, but for this meeting link, you can just try to zoom out.
Maybe we should try to zoom out our screen because I'm really
So
looking at.
currently, that's what I'm using. So when you zoom out, you won't see the full, the meeting link, whatever. You can just.
Okay, are you seeing the meeting link? Is the meeting interface showing, or is this the only thing showing on your system?
How do you mean?
Okay, so can you see the whole of this on your system?
Yes.
Okay, then I think that's it. Let me name this um automation class setup. Okay, so you can name it anything you want. Then your location has to be somewhere that you can actually easily pick it from. So you can put in your documents, you can put in your desktop, you know. Let me put in documents. I'll put it here as automation folder. So in my documents. Now language is Java, build system is Maven. So there are different build systems. There is IntelliJ, the one that comes with IntelliJ by default. There is Maven, there is Gradle. Right? Now what we are doing is Maven. Why Maven? Because of the way you manage your frameworks and dependencies. So Maven is kind of easy to reuse and to use, right? So it helps manage your dependency. Let me just put it that way. So when you create a Maven project, by default it creates a page object model for you. That's POM. So you call it POM.xml. Now so we pick Maven, and then here JDK, we show you different versions of JDK that is available for you installed on your system. Now this is not where you eventually set it, but of course for this project you can pick any version. Since this is what I have on my system right now, I will pick this one. Now I have create. So once you create, okay, so once you create a project like this, now you will discover that I said you can use any version of JDK. Now there is a place where you do that from. So you come to your files, you go to project structure. You click on project structure. Under project structure, you will see SDKs, platform settings SDKs. In
Please, can you
SDK,
slow down a bit?
okay, let me come again. So we say you come to files and
Okay.
you click on project structure. All right, you click on project structure. Under project structure navigation, you'll see project settings, project modules, libraries, facets, artifacts, platform settings, SDKs, global libraries, problems, and so on. Now we have platform settings and SDK. So you select SDK. If you select SDK, you will see plus and minus, meaning that you can add an SDK and you can delete an SDK. So in this SDK here, I can decide to add another SDK, another Java JDK. So you see download, you see add, you see add IntelliJ platform plugin, you see add Android SDK. So what I want to do is to what? Maybe add another SDK. If it is available in my Java virtual machine, alright, your JVM. So if you look at the structure of how your JDK was installed, if you open it, there is a folder called library, and in that inside library is what we call the Java virtual machine. Inside the Java virtual machine, you don't easily see it. The only ones that you easily see is what? Your Java and your JDK. They are called hidden files. So we have your Java virtual machine. You have them inside the Java library. Now, in your JVM, you have all the versions that you have ever installed. I've installed JDK 11, I've installed JDK 18. So I can come here and pick JDK 11, or I can pick JDK 18. So that is it. That's if I want to add from the previous installation. Now if you have not installed it before and you want to add from download, so you can come here, select a version. What version do you want to select now? I want to do 1.8 like Topaz on. Then I want the vendor to be, I don't really know vendors that much, but I know Oracle OpenJDK, and I know I basically just know Oracle JDK, OpenJDK. So I'll pick Oracle OpenJDK, right? Why is this thing showing me version 20? It's version 1.8. Okay, so Oracle JDK, OpenJDK does no longer have version 1.8. It's only on Amazon Corrector. So I think that was why he picked Amazon Corrector for me. For me to pick any other version, in Oracle JDK, I think it has to be like 18, 17, 18 to 20. So I guess, let me see, I already have 11. Can you see? So depending on where it is available from to download, that's the vendor. Alright, so but let me just pick anything and download it, just so you know that you can use any version with your IntelliJ. 17, I'll pick 17 and then download it. Note where it is being downloaded to. Look at it. Library Java virtual machines correcto. So this is the version I'm downloading. Alright, so
Okay, so meaning we can also download directly while in IntelliJ.
yes, you can also
Yeah.
download directly while in IntelliJ. So that's what this does. This is your add button. You can see download JDK, add JDK, and so on. So this one is for if you already have it in your folder. This is for if you are downloading directly. So if you now come here, let me close it. If you now let's go back again to how you do it. You go to files, you go to project structure, then you come here and select any of the any of the Java versions that you have installed. So this I think I should just select 11. I enjoy using 11. So for this project I will use 11, and then I'll come here and say okay, right? So meaning that everything I'll be doing here is what Java 11. So your execution, your Java execution will be running Java 11. All right. So this is how your project interface or directly will look like when you create a project from the scratch, a living project. So we have an src, which is the source folder. It is found in the root folder. When you say root folder, you mean every first level folder that belongs to the project name folder. This is the project name folder, and the first level folders or files that belong to what? The project is what? The root directory. Now, when you say create a folder in the root directory, what you mean is that you can say the folder is .ide or src or .gitignore or POM.xml, and when you create another file, they all fall within the first level of the project folder. All right. Now, the IDE, of course, is the IntelliJ default folder, and this source is where your project folders will be. Now if you click on it, like I clicked on it now, we have a main folder and you have the test folder. Now the main folder is where the software application is usually written. If perhaps I'm not a tester and I'm a software developer, fully is an enterprise developer, and I want to develop an application, I will start from the main folder here, right? All I will do is that I will write all my applications, the models, the controllers, everything, DB. I'm going to put everything here in the main project. I mean the main folder. Now, as same developer, I want to write my test. I will come here because developers don't write black box test. What we do as QA is that we write black box test. They do white box. What I mean by white box is the only white box category testing that developers does is unit testing. So if you are writing a unit test, for example, it's going to fall under the category of Java here. It's going to be in this region. It's not going to be here at all. The reason it is here is because the test you will write for the major software is going to fall under each function, meaning that you can easily see the function you are writing your test for, and you can easily run those tests through it. That is why it is called unit testing, and you can see the source code. Alright, this is where developers majorly write their test. But you as a QA, you come down here. That's for those companies that allow their QAs to work together with their developers to be able to see the application. This is how it operates. But for some other companies, they separate their black box developers, which is like your automation testers. They separate them from the normal enterprise developers, and so they don't have access to the source codes here. Now what they do is, for the testers, they now create everything they now create here, they now make it basically just black box. So you just write your codes without having access to the source code. All right, I mean the application source code. All right. So this is test folder, and this is what the main folder. Now this is our POM here. The POM folder comes by default with any Java Maven project, right? And this is how the structure looks like. It has the starting tag and the ending tag, the XML version, the model version. All these group ID, artifact, and version they are like configuration, or let me just put it like they are like setup name for your project. For example, your project probably belongs to if it probably belongs to sales, and then sales department, and then maybe the project has to do with an e-commerce site, and not just e-commerce site, the particular application has to do with payments or e-cards. Now what you will do here is, for anybody that does not understand this project from the beginning, if they look at your group ID and your artifact ID, they will be able to understand what the project is all about. You can just say sales, then category sales, category e-cards, category, you now see payments, maybe payment TDD project. So version can be any version. If it is the first version of the automation that you are doing, you could leave it as 1.0. If it is an improved version, you can just make it 1.1. It's just like the normal principle of version, right? Okay, so that is how you name your group ID, this and that. Then you have your properties. Properties is talking about the property of your compiler, because Java is a compiler language, right? Your compiler and your what's the name, and the executor, right? The executor has another name, I've forgotten that right now. Okay, so that is how the formatting of your Maven, of your POM, will look like. So every time you run your application, your POM also runs, actually, because if it doesn't run, your application will not run. If there's a small issue here, it will affect the entire application. All right, so meaning that every dependencies, every Java libraries that you need will be installed in your Maven. All right, in order to see everything very well, you can come here. This is Maven. You click on Maven, you click on this, you can see every aspect of your Maven file. All right, so that is Maven. And when you install something, we are not installing yet, by the way, we are only setting it up, so you just see how it works. So you come here and then probably just refresh. Once you refresh like that, it installs. All right, so that is how your Maven works. Let's move on in our PowerPoint so that we can continue. We have running tests in Chrome Firefox on the IDE. Now we have download the WebDriver. We've done that. Now I said create a Maven project, set up a POM.xml. We have done that. Import Selenium packages like WebDriver and Chrome Driver. Then download WebDriver for Chrome and Firefox from this. We've done that, but then we have not set it up in our project folder. So you will add it to the root directory. I showed us the root directory the other time. So what I will do now, is in my root directory I need to add my WebDriver, which is like Firefox and Gecko driver, or what, or Chrome driver. So here I will create a folder called drivers. I will name it drivers. Um, okay. But usually I think it's always easier when you do it off of your outside of IntelliJ. What I mean is you can go to the project folder to create this driver so that you can add the Chrome drivers that we downloaded the other time. Let me show you. So we have um, so here is documents. I think, yeah, documents. Look at it very well. Under documents, I have this, then I have automation. So I come here and see documents, then QA fit. Where is it? Okay. Then I have automation and automation class setup. I guess we are stopping here with, I thought we will move further than this today, but we didn't start on time. Okay, so let's continue. So I have automation, then under automation I have automation class setup, which is my project. Okay, so I have driver. So in this driver now I'm going to drag and drop what I downloaded, right? I think I have Firefox Gecko driver. So I will come here and look for Gecko driver. I think this is for Windows, so I won't use it because my OS is not Windows, it is Mac. So I think earlier when I was preparing for this class, I downloaded Gecko, but 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 the only way I can find out is if I check the project where I used it. I think I used it in lesson notes. So organization is part of QA skills, though. You have to be able to organize your folders very well. Otherwise, like I'm confused right now. I have practicals. Okay, I think it should be in practicals. That is not it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is it. I have auto class lesson note and drivers. Yes. So I installed it. I mean, I downloaded it and then I copied and paste here, right? So you can also do the same. Copy it. Copy. Then go to your projects folder again. Your project folder, drivers, and paste it. Okay, so I've pasted Chrome driver here, I've pasted Gecko driver here, right? Okay, so that's it. So when you come here, you will, you see, external files always add. Alright, so I have added my drivers, Chrome driver and Gecko driver, because that's the only way you can run any of your script on the browser and it will run. So from the word driver, they are the ones that drive your web, your browser. All right. Is somebody asking a question? Aridunu, you left the meeting. Okay.
Yes, internet network.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so we are right here. We've talked about the structure of your project. We've talked about the root folder. Talked about the essence of the POM. Now the root of under the root folder. Now I've added the drivers. See, your driver is on the root folder. It is easier when it's on the root folder. Okay, the folders in your root are what? .ida, drivers, src. So they are the first level of folders or files in your project folder. All right, let's continue. So we have added the drivers. Then the next thing will be, okay.
Sorry, please. Can you just open? Let me drop down your driver folder.
Okay,
I want to see if it looks like mine.
so this is it. Yeah, the driver. I just put this Chrome driver there, but it will not run because if you remember what I said the other time, the version of my browser right now, Mac Chrome, for this is not yet available.
It's not stable yet.
It's not
Yes, you
stable.
said that.
So if I use this, of course we will try it out. You will see what it will come out of it. So then if I use Gecko, you will see how it will run smoothly. All right. Let's continue. I have here added to folder root. That's fine. Then set up a base class where you set property for browser and initialize the web driver. So if you have done this, can I get a response from the class? Are you in the same level I am right now?
Yes.
Yeah, that's 1 years.
I'm not. I'm not though. So my
Okay.
IntelliJ did not come up as when you started, so I wasn't. I couldn't follow from the beginning. But then it's fine. Maybe
So where
later.
are you now?
Okay, so I created a folder. I created a new project, and that's where I am. So I'm
Okay.
way behind. Yeah.
So you created a Maven project. So you have the POM.xml there.
I'm not sure.
Can you check?
Can I share my screen so that I can just see what I'm seeing?
Okay.
Please.
This is our last slide for today though. So that we can move to Java basics tomorrow. You can share your screen.
Thank you. Okay, please can you see my screen?
Okay.
Okay, so this is the automation project I just created, right?
Okay, so you created, okay. Let's create it again. Go to files.
Okay. Files.
Okay, that's it. New, click on new. Click on, okay, new arrow. Then go to project. Click on project.
Okay.
Then click on, okay, enter a project name.
Okay. Mm. Okay.
Um, okay. Then click on a location. Don't put your location as ID project though. You have to put it in a location where you can easily access it. So maybe you should put it in your desktop for now. Click on desktop.
Okay.
Okay, then click on OK. Then language, select Java.
Okay. I think it's already selected.
Okay, you can never tell. Then build system, Maven. Okay.
Okay.
Then remove generate code. Remove add simple code, generate, remove it.
Okay.
Then create.
It's not going.
Um I thought you didn't select generate code, right? Why is he asking for artifact ID at this level? Okay, just put um org.example, then ID. Just close the gap in automation class. Close this gap between automation and class. You can give it any ID you want, but I told us how artifact IDs and group IDs are formed the other time. Okay, so create. All right.
How would you like to open the
This
project?
window, so that you don't open multiple. Okay, so that is it. Click on, okay, can you see your POM.xml? Click on POM.xml. Yeah,
Okay.
that's it. Now, now you need to add your driver. So what you will do is you go back to your folder on desktop, drag create a driver folder inside it, and then drag or copy and paste, whichever one, the gecko driver you downloaded the other time.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah,
Have you
okay.
unzip it, make sure it is just the installer. This is the installer. Copy out this installer, click on it, copy. I think you should be able to copy it, right? Okay, that's opened, but where did you open it to? Close this one. Okay, so where is this gecko driver.exe now?
You mean on my
Extract it to somewhere where we can locate it.
okay. Extract.
uh
Let me
Now
do
go to your
desktop.
desktop where the let's just do it directly. Okay, now go to desktop, go to your project folder that is on the desktop, create the driver. Okay, yeah, no, not that. The project folder we created just now, that's automation class. Not that,
Okay.
automation class. Open it. Okay, now create a folder called drivers. Drivers. Okay, so that's it. So now open drivers, then drag and drop gecko driver to it, or just copy so that you can have access to it next time. Copy and paste. Copy and paste. Okay, so that's it. So go back to your IntelliJ and check if it is there. Drivers.
Yes, it's there.
Is there? Okay, great. So does anyone have any issues yet, so that we can move on? Are we here at this level?
Yes.
Okay, fine. All right. So the next thing for us to do is to see if WebDriver is working with our project. All right. So we are not doing any big deal. We are just setting system property for the
You're not
WebDriver.
sharing your screen, no.
Oh, oh, so sorry. Okay, resume presenting.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right, so let's continue. So we are here. What we want to do next is to create maybe a file. All right. But I said it the other time that you should work from here. Now, I will just create a Java class. Normally, I should create another folder and then another folder. Creating another folder is for you to be able to organize your test case properly. Because usually, when you're automating at times, you need to consider what comes first, login credentials, what's the name, sign up, and all of those things. Some of them can have different children attached to them, so you have to open different folders for them. All right, so here I will create a package. um I'll create,
Your
let me
screen is
say,
really tiny. I don't
it's
know.
tiny, right?
If yes. Aridunu, can you see our screen very well?
What of now?
Yeah, yes, I can see it too.
You can
But I
see.
said I zoomed out my own screen. You
Okay, you
zoom out
zoom
that
that.
presentation screen. Yes. Do you get? Just try to zoom out.
Okay, I think that's better now.
What do you say?
Yeah, it's fine. You can go ahead.
You can go. I can go ahead. Okay, that's good. Let me just create something so that we can. I don't know why I'm not seeing something. Okay, I know why I'm not seeing it. Our POM is not complete yet. Okay, so in order to be able to run what we want to run now, we have to add some dependencies. All right. So dependencies talks about other factors, libraries or frameworks that will be included or that will enable your project to execute properly. All right, so when you're running Selenium Java test application, you are thinking about your Selenium library, your JDK library, your, because no Java project will run without the jar files or jar libraries. So what POM does is to help us manage all those jar files. So here you had your dependencies. All right, so you had your dependencies. So there's dependency one, dependency, there are a lot of dependencies to add. So in order for you to know which dependency to add, you can come to Maven. All right, because this is a Maven project. Maven has a way, it has the normal format of adding dependency. Let me show you. Is there a link to it? I thought I added the Maven link to this thing. Okay, that's no problem. So I'll come here, add Maven dependencies, Apache Maven. So this is it here. So there's something called Maven repository. So the first thing we want to add is the Selenium Java. The Selenium Java client. Okay, so the Selenium Java client I mentioned the other time apparently needs to be managed by our POM.xml, right? So you come here and write it in the right format. Click on it. What version should we use? I will check. Usage is 61. Let's use this. Okay, so this is how you write your dependency. You say dependency, group ID, artifact, then version, right? So you come, let me copy this thing for you so that you can fall back to it. You can always check Maven repository for any Selenium dependency that you need. Okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Please, how do you decide which of the dependency to use? Because there are lots of
Of it, I
dependencies there.
mean. So
Yes, so
right now we are talking about Selenium and Java. And from what I have said earlier, talked about the Selenium Java client. I talked about the Selenium WebDriver. Then I talked about the Java JDK. Certainly, these three will be in your dependency, right? Like compulsorily. Every other thing you add is depends on the kind of test you are running. Is it TDD? Is it BDD? There is TDD and there's behavioral driven development. So, but in this class, we'll be considering test driven development. So, because of that, there are some applications that are directly attached to BDD or TDD. Things like TestNG. TestNG is a TDD framework. Things like Cucumber are BDD frameworks. Alright. So we will get to that point where we will add TestNG. But because we've not gotten to that point, the only thing we want to do now is to open a browser. Because we want to open only a browser, we know that at least three things will be involved: your Java JDK, your Selenium Java client, and your what? Your WebDriver, right? So these three things we have to now bring them into your IntelliJ. So I've copied the first one. Sorry, is that clear?
yes, it is. But there's a
Alright.
place. There's a place where you went to. That's a Maven repository.
Yes.
You typed in. Can you go back there, please?
Yes, this is the
Yes. So
Maven
you came in.
repository.
So how? Why did you select? Because I saw that there were a lot of.
Other versions have been.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So sometimes you have to, like, I don't think there is any like template for this. So sometimes the kind of frameworks that is already on your POM will depend on which version you will pick for the next one, right? So I don't even know if this version I'm picking will work with the rest. So if it doesn't work with the rest, I'll come back and pick another version, right? So that's why it is dependencies. Like some versions depend on another version, and some other versions depend on some other versions for them to run properly. So there are different versions here. It can be confusing which version to pick. I only picked this one because now this one is in the range of 4.4.4 points, right? And I see that, okay, it looks like I see this one is being used. Probably it is stable because it is being used. It's just an assumption. I can also pick this one that is 62, right? So eventually, if what I've picked now, this is the one that I picked now, this is the one usages that I picked now. If it doesn't work well for me, I'll come back and pick another version. By the way, there are different what's the name now? Page objects model management tools, like we saw the other time. There's Maven, there's Gradle, there's Short, and so on. So when you come here, you just click on Maven and then you copy. So what I picked now, it depends on other dependencies that I put in my POM for it to work, right? So I'm not sure if it will still work, but hopefully it will. So this one now is showing 4.10 point. You can see it is highlighted in red. It will probably not work, and it may work. Okay, so I clicked Maven here and refresh it so that it can install this version. Alright, so I think it installed it, but we're still not sure. I will install I will copy other dependencies to it. So right now this is Selenium Java client. Let's talk about the WebDriver. So Selenium WebDriver. Okay. So I have the Selenium WebDriver here. Different versions. I don't understand. Okay, maybe I typed the wrong one. Okay. Let's say Selenium. Hold on. I want to consult other projects, other recent projects. See how the POM new window. Okay. So we are making use of Selenium Java. We have installed that. Our test engine will come later. Reporter will come later. Logins will come later. I'm mentioning login reporter. That's because for you to build a framework, you need to have a reporter. Building a framework has to do with an entire test suite, and an entire test suite, building a framework has to do with an entire test suite. An entire test suite has to do with not just the test cases, but it has to do with the reporters too, your reports, your screenshots, your data. So when you are building a framework, you are considering all of these things. And because you are considering all of these things, there are certain libraries that will also be required in your project. Now, these libraries are always installed in your POM because they will help to manage your object models. Alright, so I'm looking at it here. We have installed Selenium Java, which is like the client. We need to install the Selenium JDK, I think. We've done Selenium JDK safe. Okay. So let me open another thing here. 1 second, please. But do we all get it to this level? Do we all get it to this level? Hello? Is it
Not
clear?
really.
Is it clear up to this level?
Not really. So when I'm trying to copy from that dependencies patch, that's where I think.
From the dependencies part, what can you explain what the issue is?
So I'm trying to copy and paste the dependencies, right?
Okay.
So after pasting it, then I try to go to that Maven where you refreshed.
Okay.
Oh, it's not showing
It's not
anything.
installing, Abby. Can you
Yes.
share your screen?
Okay.
We can't see your screen yet.
Yes, I want Okay, can you see now?
Yes, I can see your screen now.
Okay, so this is where I am.
Okay, so expand. Okay, go to. Can you see M on your left? Is it left or right? That side where there is the
Right.
close button. Where there is close button for your ID.
Okay,
Go down, you will see M. Click on M. Now click on the
okay,
first icon that looks like refresh.
okay.
Alright. Now you can see that the error is coming out. It says, can we read the error?
New folder, something. Okay, let me. Error reading file C user. Error reading file C users original document slash new
Okay, there's
folder.
a problem with the way
The
you have
folder.
set up your project. So we do the same thing I asked Yewande to do. Let's create a new project and
Okay.
do it all over. So go to project, create new project, files,
So new
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 project,
project.
then project name. Just make maybe automation class, okay? No
Sure.
space, together.
No space, right?
All
Okay,
right.
is camera facing fine? Okay.
Click
Then
on.
document
Okay, so location. Maybe make it desktop so that you can easily locate it. You will change it later. Okay, so desktop,
desktop. Okay.
open. Okay. Now language is
Java,
Java,
maybe.
maybe.
Yeah.
Remove add
So
simple codes. Then click create.
okay. Create. Okay.
New
This
window.
window, right?
Okay,
Oh,
this window. It's okay. Okay, now create dependencies tag. Under
sorry.
properties,
What did you say?
under properties in your POM.xml, inside this POM.xml,
Okay.
inside this
Okay.
POM.xml,
Alright.
Mommy.
type in dependencies, open and closed tags, dependencies, open and close tags.
Open and close then dependencies, right?
Yes.
Let's make example. Dependencies. Okay.
Then oh yeah, can you see what I
I
sent
should
to you in
paste.
the messages? I've sent a message.
Okay.
So the
So I'm on
okay.
the screen. Let me try to. So where should I paste this?
Okay. So inside dependencies are list of dependency. All right. So this is the open tag without slash. Then also write the close tag with slash. Just like you see properties slash properties. That is how
Okay.
dependencies will look like. So
Okay, so I should just put it on that, right?
yeah, on the same line.
Okay. On the same line like this.
Yes.
So
But
why is it
this
showing
is
red? Why is it
No,
showing that red?
there are two dependency. There are two open tags. You have to remove one.
okay. So
Yeah.
which one do I remove?
Remove any of the
This one.
yes.
I think the one on red. The red one.
But it's still
No. I
not
think it's the spelling
allowing
of dependencies. You need just one open dependencies and one closed dependencies.
me. I missed it.
Oh yeah, backspace. Or clear. Is it clear on
On project is to undo them, right?
Mm, this is it.
This
Let
is
me
this
type it
where we
out
are.
again. Dependencies. Or I can just copy it out for you from here. So dependencies, but let me copy it out here. Okay, so there is dependencies open and there is closed. And within dependencies, we have dependency. I've copied it out for you. You can just copy and paste it.
Okay. Let me try it. Okay.
Okay, so
Mm.
how is that?
I'm just
Remove the
checking.
whole of that line, then
Yes.
copy the last thing I sent. Okay, fine. Now go
Yes.
to Maven M at the
Okay.
at that side, then refresh. Click on that refresh.
Okay, please hold on. Please hold on. Because I'm following you. What you pasted now, so we should just paste that under
Under properties.
Yes.
under properties.
So okay, I think it's installing now. It's resolving dependencies. If you check below your ID, you will see resolving dependencies of automation class.
Mm.
So it will install it and then we can continue. So to run what we want to run now, I think this one dependency is enough. I wanted to add more, but we will be able to do what we want to do. We are not doing any project yet.
Sorry, before you proceed, after pasting the what you wrote, how do you get to this? Are we doing it?
Then you go to Maven. You share your own screen. You one day.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Sorry, I didn't know you were still on there. Yes. So, but my question is, how do you decide how many dependencies you use in a project?
I was explaining the other time. I said depending on the project and depending on which framework you are using. Is the project a test-driven development application, or is it behavior-driven development applications, right? So it depends on what kind of model, and it's not just two kind of models that exist. I think there are about six different kind of framework models in automation. So depending on which framework model you are using, then you'll be able to decide what kind of dependencies that will be involved in the project, right? So what page object model is doing is to manage your objects. In this what's the name now? In designing these frameworks, we'll be making use of page object a lot. In other words, they call it OOP, object oriented programming, where you have to do with methods, objects, classes, and all of that. So this will help you to manage all your objects, all right, especially those that has to do with dependencies, Selenium, dependency, TestNG, dependency. What other dependency do we use? Reporter, maybe extends reporter, um, what's your name again? Browser managers, and some other things. So just the way you do manual testing, where you talk about your test suite, and in just one big test suite, you have your test data, you have your test cases and test steps, you have your defect log, more like then you have your test summary report page, your dashboard, and all of that. So just like the way a whole test should look like, that is the way the whole of your framework will look like, except that this time around you have to write codes for them. That's the difference. So now you want
Can
the
you see my Yes, can you see
yes,
my
I can
screen?
see your screen. Click on Maven. M there. Then click on, yeah, refresh. This refresh here. Yes. So it will install it.
How do I know if it has installed?
All this red will disappear. Okay, so I think we are almost there. The next thing we will do is to create, look at it here in my PowerPoint. We
The red is
said
still there. Oh.
it's still there.
Yes.
Okay, but it is not, you've not finished installing now. Look below your ID, you can see that it's resolving dependency. Can you see below your ID?
Where
Can
is
you
that?
see below your ID? Can you see where the thing is resolving the dependency issue?
Yes.
So
Yes.
it is not done. It's still, I think it's your network. It's still working on installing it. Maybe it's your network.
Okay. So it's
Okay.
no longer red. It's
Yes,
now
it's no
blue.
longer red. It's now okay. So now if we are, can you let me just start sharing now. So we need to
Okay.
conclude this. We have really moved past time. Hopefully, I just want to make sure I complete this part today. Otherwise, we will not be able to finish this thing within the time frame. Okay. So this is where we are. So what I want to do now is I want us to create from the PowerPoint here. I said create a base class and run the browser, run the web driver. Create a base class. So a base class is saying that what I mean by base class is that you set like a configuration, or is like a setting. Every application has a setting. Actually, every human being has a setting. Hmm? When you say, oh, this person has reset his brain, or factory setting, or you understand what I mean. For an application to run perfectly, it has a setting. It has an admin back office. It has a base URL. There is something somewhere that is driving it and making it work. Okay, so that is what I'm referring to here. When you are coding too, it's more appropriate for you to have a base class. You can have a base class, you can have a base page. All right, so it's serving as a base for all other classes, or serving as a base for all other pages. Okay, so we set up a base class where you set property for browser and initialize the web browser. That's the next task for us to do. Now this I've already done it here. You don't need to ask about it because we've not started Java. So when we start Java, we'll talk about it. So I just need to be sure that you have set up your WebDriver properly, right? Now look at this URL here. This URL here is going to be your own URL. You can say users, Temitope, document. Now your own URL where your driver is currently. How do you know where your driver is currently? All right, let me show you. So here, this is your driver, and if you want to get where the system paths to your driver, there is a way you do it. Yeah, look at it here. Copy paths. Now there is absolute path, there's file name path. Copy absolute path. Once you copy absolute path, then you are good to go. So you have drivers, right click, open, copy path. If you click on it, then you have absolute path, then you copy. All right, so that is how you know your path. So let's continue. I come here and say create package base. Let me call it package base. All right, now in when you are working with Java, there's something called package. Package is like your family name. It's easy for me to explain it this way so that you all understand. Everybody bearing that name in your family, okay, bears the base. All right, base dot, just like you have Oyedemi dot Temitope. Oyedemi is what? The family name. But there are other people that fall under this Oyedemi. Oyedemi dot Abiola, Oyedemi dot Stephen, Oyedemi dot, you understand? So base is like, package. It's just the name, package. All right, so you create a package before you create your class. All right, so we'll talk about class, talk about all of that when we go fully into the Java programming class. So this is your base package, new Java class. So new Java class, what do we put here? Let me call it base class. How did I name base class in this code here? Because I don't want you. I named, okay, I didn't put it here. Okay, I put it here. I said browse, I said class open browser. Okay, let's do that. Let's do class open browser. Class open browser. So inside your Java test folder, you create a package base. Inside your package base, you create a class open browser. So now I have open browser here carrying package base as its family name. All right, now inside package base, you have to import the libraries. There's something called import. So because usually when you execute your code, it runs your compiler runs it line by line. All right, it reads line by line. So you start from package base, move to line 2, line 3. That's assuming something is there, moves on till it ends. If there is any issue on any of the lines, then it will fail the code. All right, so we are in package base, then we say import. What are we importing? Can somebody guess? What am I going to import? I just want to open browser with my WebDriver. Just open. I'm not opening application. I just want to see if this setting is working, if my framework will work, if my POM driver is okay, and I just want to open a browser. All right, so what should I bring in? I will import the WebDriver library. All right, I will import the WebDriver library. Why? Because I want to connect it to my drivers, so I have to import it. What else will I import? So all right, so we are here. We said import the WebDriver and then import the particular WebDriver you want to use, Chrome. All right, now I have, let me open this for us and we copy and paste. All right, so import this. Now org.opencar.selenium, so people ask about that. All right, when you see dot something in Java, what that means is that WebDriver is a component of Selenium. Selenium is a component of OpenCar, and then is a component of org. He's saying that from the organization, from the vendor, import what are we importing? Import WebDriver, and this WebDriver is from Selenium itself actually. All right, it's just the repository where this is located. That's just in layman's word. All right, so we also have import org.this.selenium.chrome driver. All right, then we also have public class this. Do you know why it is not showing any color? The reason it's not showing any color is because I've not used it yet. I said import, but I've not used it. All right, so let's use it now. All this one will be explained when we move there. Our time is fast spent. Why is this thing copying what it should not copy? Okay, let me just. I think it's because of the way I pasted it on that page. Okay. Oh. Okay. So there you go. There you go. This is for us to ensure that we have set up properly. Okay, so I've sent it. But make sure the your package is base. Make sure that the name of your package is base, and make sure your class is open browser. If it is not open browser, you have to change it to open browser so that it can work. All right. So we have.
Please.
You said
About the copy absolute parts, right?
yes.
Where do we now paste it? You mentioned something about.
Can you
copy
see
absolute
here parts? So this is where you paste the path to your Chrome driver or Gecko driver. Okay, so let me use Gecko driver here since, okay, I will leave it at Chrome driver first, see if it will run, I know it will not run, but, let's see if it runs. Then I will now do Gecko driver. Let's do it that way. Are we there?
I'm not sure how you got to this page from the previous page where we imputed dependencies.
Okay.
I'm not sure how you got this particular tab. How did you open this new tab?
Okay, you're not sure how I got to create.
How you created this new tab?
Sorry, hold on. Which new tab is that? Are you saying you don't know how I created class open browser?
I think so, because what I'm still seeing on my page is still the POM.xml.
No. Oh. Let me explain it to you again. Now look at my screen. Look at my screen from text from Java. Click on new. Come here and say create package. So create a package first and name it base. Alright? Name it base. I can't name it base again because I have base already in Java.
Can you take that again? Sorry.
Okay.
So
from here, this is your test folder where you work. And this is the Java folder that comes with it by default. Now, right click here and say create package.
Okay.
I like the Java under test and say create package. So you create package and call it anything. Can you can call it com.base or something. Enter. Once you enter like that, then right click on it and say new Java class. Now your new Java class has to be like open browser. You can call it any other thing, but you have to make sure that that other thing is what you name it on your end. You can call it maybe first class or WebDriver.
So when I try to name the new package, so it's telling me invalid name or something like that.
What name did you give it?
Okay, okay. I just gave it class, so it's bringing
No,
up
you can't give it
class.
class. You just make it, write it base, please. Just put it as base.
Is there a way to rename it? Because I've already.
You already have base, right?
Should I just delete it and create
Share
another
your
one?
screen.
Please, can you see my screen?
Yes, okay. So go back to your project under, okay, just delete this, please delete it. There's, you cannot name a file class because it is a keyword. You cannot name it in Java class. Any keyword will not work.
So
Okay,
let me create
now
another one.
right click and say
New.
new package. Call it
Okay.
base.
I
No,
should call
small
it
letter,
base,
please.
right?
Use small letter. It's easier that way.
Okay.
Okay, enter. Now, right click on base again and say new class. Java class. New Java class. Call
Okay.
it open browser. Small letter open, capital browser. Capital B browser. Small letter O, capital letter B browser. No space. No space. No.
Like
Only B
this.
should be capital. We will talk about naming. No, no. Only B should be capital. Remove ROW and make it small letter RO. No, your browser is wrong.
Okay.
Okay, now enter.
Okay.
Okay, so that is it. Now, under package, you have to import your web browsers that is in your POM, like can you see what I've pasted here, like Selenium WebDriver and specifically Chrome driver. And if you are using Firefox, you are going to add selenium.firefox.gecko driver. Anyway, it will bring out the option of gecko driver for you as you are writing it. Let me show you. um so you can stop sharing. Let me show that part of gecko driver. Okay,
So we just
is
paste
this
what
is this
you
what I was
posted on
working
the
on?
chat.
That
Where do we
seems to
paste
be
it? We
the
paste
one.
it on that base, right?
Which one?
What you pasted now on the chat.
Yes, it's under base, under package base. Yes.
On the package base.
You can't see your screen. Oh.
Okay, I'm trying to reshare it now. Okay, I think that was what happened. I minimized my IntelliJ. Alright, so here we go. This we have here. This we have here is for Chrome browser. Let me try to do for um what's the name? Firefox.
Gecko driver.
Yes, gecko driver. Org dot. You see that it will bring out the options. Selenium dot what are we doing now? Firefox driver. Okay, so it's not
How
highlighted
did you
because I
run?
have not
Sorry,
used it.
please. How did you run that first one?
Okay, so the first one I ran it, I just came here, you can come here to run it, or you can just right click and say run open browser.me. Another thing you can do is come here and say run open browser. So it is running right now, but it will fail. The reason it will fail is because of the version, right? So that's the reason it will fail. So if the version of the Chrome driver you have downloaded is not compatible with the Chrome you have on your system, it's not going to run. Now, I want to do for what's the name? For Gecko driver. Alright. So I'll come here and say Gecko driver. Hold on. I think it's web.gecko.firefox, just to confirm.
Please, when you get the link, the
The
Gecko
what?
driver, please put it on the chat. You won't forget the Gecko driver.
Okay, definitely. Okay. So okay. So what you do is you now put the URL to the Gecko driver. This is going to be Gecko driver. And this is going to be what? Firefox driver. Alright. So we have WebDriver.gecko.driver. And then we have the path to it. And then we have initiating it to what? To Firefox driver. I think we have covered everything we need to cover today. Initialize the WebDriver, create a base class, and we will run it now. So what do we have here? You see that this thing has been highlighted now because we have used it. Okay, let me copy this. I will copy everything. Okay, so we have that. Now we can run it. Let's see if it will run this time around. It's trying to run, but it's running on my small system. Can you see it now? Is it opening on your hand? The reason it's opening and not closing is because I did not ask it to quit. I didn't ask it to close or quit or whichever one. Quit. Not okay. So it's opened. Can you try it on your hand? Is it opening for you?
I'm saying your name here.
You didn't copy your parts. You should copy
Yeah.
your absolute part on your end. Please copy your parts from your end. You click on driver. No, actually you click here. This is gecko. You click here and you copy the absolute parts. So this is absolute parts.
Okay, so where do I paste it?
Then you paste it on the same parts URL. Look at it here. Replace it and make it your own.
Okay.
Make it your own. Okay. This one is still running. It will not close because I didn't ask it to close. It will not close until I close it myself. Okay, so that's what we have. With this we can call it a day. Actually, I didn't want to extend it to 3 hours because once the class is getting to 3 hours, it becomes difficult to understand and to retain. So 2 hours is... So tomorrow, I think it's the time that is the issue. So tomorrow, Nigerian time, it is 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Then Saturdays, it is 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Okay, guys, we stop here.
Finally, we are free. Thank you very much.
Yes, we are.
So please, are you sharing this recording now?
Yes, I'm going to share this recording.
Okay,
But for the PowerPoint, I'm not sharing it. I'm still working on it. Like, I really want to develop a robust template for all the automation classes. So that's why it's still in development. All right, so guys,
Get the recordings via our emails, right? Or the
I will send the link to you to your emails. Actually, I'm pushing it to my YouTube, but then I will send you the link so that you go straight to it. Go straight to it.
Sorry,
So,
please, before you leave,
okay.
let me quickly share my screen. So I'm trying to paste it here. This is your own here. I'm trying to paste it and it's not giving me.
Okay, so first remove this. Remove this totally.
I should remove
Yeah,
everything.
remove the part that is inside the quotation. Remove it.
Okay.
No, go back. Okay, yeah. Copy out this part and remove it. Like just highlight and remove it.
This part, right?
Yeah, remove it.
I should
Delete.
copy it and remove it.
Delete it. Just delete
Okay.
it. Then correct that. Put the another quotation mark and the closing bracket there.
Another
Make sure it is the
quotation mark.
quotation mark, open and close quotation, yeah, and closing bracket. Closing bracket. No, not that. No. Yes, that. Alright. Now go to your site navigation from drivers, actually from geccodriver.exe. Your project, no,
Now
your
you can
project
copy it out.
directory. Your project, no, that is not it. Click on it. Click on your project, no. Click on geccodriver.exe itself. Geccodriver.exe, right click on it. Right click
Please
on
hold on.
it.
I can't. Please hold on. I'm trying to
It's
engage
not
it.
highlighting.
Okay.
It's not, you can't right click on it.
Okay, so GeckoDriver.
Yes, right click and say copy path. See copy path.
Okay.
Copy part, then copy absolute, click on it. Okay, now come back inside the quotation mark, then paste.
Okay.
Now, you know what you will do. Remove the dash, the slash slash, double slash slash, and make it front slash. I think it should be front slash, right? Yes, front
Yeah.
slash. Single front slash.
Okay.
No, that is backslash. Make it front slash.
Okay. Front slash.
No, not that. Yes. All right.
Okay.
Okay, so that's it.
So how do I run? So I click here to run, right?
Okay, so go up. Let me see the entire file. Scroll this bar to for me to see. Let me see if now remove this public class open browser. Remove it. The one down below. Line 15. Line 15. 15 and 16. Remove 15 and 16. Okay, remove 16. Okay, so what other thing is wrong in this page? Okay, scroll up. Okay, remove line 2.
Okay.
Okay, now you can run. You can see a play, something that looks like play on line 7 and line 8. Click the one on line 7. Yes, run
Line
open
one.
browser.me.
Okay. So it's running.
Allow access. Okay, okay, so where is your browser? Can we see it? Chrome driver. Is it running? Click on it. um Click on the one that is running.
Chrome or Firefox?
I mean, sorry, Firefox. Is it not Firefox that we run just now?
It's
Yeah,
Firefox.
click on it. It's running. That's it. Usually you are not seeing any URL because we have not started running any application. So all we do is to just open it just to confirm that our setup is fine. Alright, so there we go. That's the end of this class. So you can close the browser. Don't minimize, close it so that you won't um, break your OS. Close it. Okay.
Okay.
And so that is that. I think we are
Let me check
done.
mine. No, it's not running. No.
Okay,
Let me
share
check
your
my
screen.
phone. Okay, this is what I have.
Alright. So your URL is wrong. Remove .exe. Exe, yeah. Okay. Now let's see. Make it front slash, not backslash. Change all the
All
slash
of them.
to yes, to front.
But I copied it like that from that absolute part.
Yes,
That's the
sometimes
same thing that happened to me.
sometimes that's what happens.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know why it's always in reverse order. Okay. Alright. Okay,
Oh, but it's still showing red.
I guess it's still showing red, right? Remove line 14, 13.
13, 14.
Yes. Then let's go
That's all.
up. Go up. Okay, that's all.
That's
What other thing? Okay, your quotation mark is not there in your part. So quotation at the beginning and at the end of C. At the beginning we have quotation. Yes, C, and at the end of Gecko driver you have the start and the end quotation. Just one, and then at the end two one.
Which
No,
ends now?
at the
Before
end
the
at
semicolon?
no before the closing bracket. At the end of Gecko driver, put a quotation, closing quotation there. Oh no. Undo. Yeah, that's it.
Yes,
Now you
yes.
can run. Wait, there's still an error somewhere. On
Which
line
one?
7, what is
Okay.
that error?
Yes, yes, yes. I get the error. You know, I named mine launch browser.
You did what? Okay.
I named my own system
Launch
launch
Okay.
browser.
browser.
Okay,
This-
now click on the play on line 7. Is the
Okay.
main you are running. Okay.
Please open. Oh.
It's open, don't worry.
It's downloading already. Ah, okay, allow access.
You are using Gecko, right?
Yes.
So I think it failed. Can you scroll down? Scroll up on this arrow. What's this saying?
So documentations and present.
Did you try Chrome? Did it work with Chrome?
No, it didn't work with Chrome as well.
Okay. It did not work with Chrome, and it's still not working with Gecko. I can't even see Chrome on your driver folder. There's no Chrome in your
I
driver
did put,
folder.
yes, I did put Chrome, yes.
Okay.
I think
Your
I think
code
I have that
your
WebDriver
code
here.
looks clean. Okay, so your Firefox, your Mozilla Firefox, has it been installed before
Yes.
now?
Yes.
Okay, maybe we need to update it. Okay, now go to your Firefox. Open your normal Firefox browser.
Can you see my screen? Can you see I'm trying to open the Firefox?
No, I can't see the
No.
Firefox.
Okay. Okay, so I should check the version, right? Settings,
Mm,
about.
let's see if we can update it. Or another thing we can do is for you to download another, like an updated version. Let's just say another version of Firefox. So go to download Firefox. When you go to download Firefox and you download it, I think it will replace the previous version.
So,
Usually Firefox does not always have these issues. Um, but maybe you downloaded your Firefox a long time ago.
yes.
Okay. Okay, so are you able to download another?
Yes, I'm on it. It's downloading.
Okay, so let's just hope that it will run on this version.
Okay.
So once it's download like that, install it.
Okay, I'm still trying to. Okay,
Mm.
it's downloaded. I'm trying to install now. Now installing.
Okay, so how is it going?
Yeah, I'm still trying to install it.
Okay,
Say now installing.
okay.
Installing. Installing.
All right, so that is it for today. Let me stop